Welcome to Secrets Unlocked. If you enjoy intimate confessions and forbidden stories, check the private archive linked in the description. Subscribe, settle in, and enjoy the story. Aaron and Shauna are relaxing in the cabin with the AC going full blast on this 100-degree Wednesday. Marquis is pacing by the patio door, about to be rebuffed for the 6th time, again acting like he wants to be let out to potty. But fooled you, the last 2 wines have been just to roll around in the patchy grass. No, Marquis, Shauna scolds the puppy. He pouts and lays down on the floor runner. I need to get some air, Shan, Aaron tells his spouse. And get the AC noise out of my head. I'm going to cool off in the pool. Swimsuits hanging in the shower. Oh, you're hilarious, he smirks. There's no swimsuit in the bathroom or anywhere else in the cabin. Hidden Oaks is a nudist resort. You are going where your ring, aren't you? Oh, good idea. Aaron usually wears a heavy ring, made of polished stainless steel, and it gets lots of attention when he and Shauna are communing with other guests at the park. Yeah, she chuckles. Aaron gets occasional inquiries from female guests, but he has to politely decline these offers. Aaron reminds Shauna, nobody's going to see it today that I know of, except maybe Barb. We have the place to ourselves. I thought I overheard her telling you last night there was a single who made a reservation for a day pass. Barbara is the resort manager. Oh yeah, she sounded uncertain though. They've been getting a lot of no-shows lately. Really? She explained that a lot of these guys think they're coming here to cruise for action and either get scared at the idea of being naked around other people, or back out when she tells them there's unlikely to be anybody else here on weekdays. I get it, Shauna laughs. They think that naked out in public automatically means ready to rock and roll. Aaron laughs back, how's it look? Looks nice, but don't get any ideas. No, you're okay, got my towel. And I'll stay here with the dog. Won't be out too long. Aaron has to hike the length of the campground since the rental cottages are furthest away from the clubhouse, pool, and other social areas. Rounding the clubhouse, he is slightly surprised by activity in the pool. Aaron has his phone with him in case Shauna needs him for something and sets it down on one of the patio tables nearest the water. Not much activity, though just one guy, also naked of course, keeping to the shallows and splashing water on himself trying to beat the heat. Hi, Aaron announces as he steps into the pool. He wades toward the thermometer hanging on a string into the water, mostly out of curiosity. The water is cooler than the air, but not by much. 86, he says to the guest. No surprise, is the retort. At least it isn't bathwater hot. Aaron chuckles in response. Yeah, you've been here before, I'm Aaron. No, Brad, nice to meet you. Couldn't help but notice your bling. What's it for? The weight on the hang feels good. Good for the ladies. No, but they are curious. There's that. What brought you here? Ever been to a nudist park before? No, first time, I dunno. The weather made me wonder what it would be like to be naked outdoors. I surfed around and this seemed like a nice place. There was one closer to home, but they don't accept single men. That's common. My wife and I have been nudists nearly all our adult life before we met. In fact, our first date was at a nudist park. Well, that's different, did you? Nope, didn't touch each other until our 4th date, and that was at home. Amazing. Since we brought it up, I read on the website here that they have an open sex policy. Yes, what does that mean to you? That it might be possible I could find somebody, willing to find a partner. You're outing me here. I am. It happens a lot. Guys not familiar with it too often equate social nudity with free anonymous encounters. Does it happen here? Aaron grins, sometimes. Do you know what a swinger is? Of course, wasn't born yesterday. Okay, Hidden Oaks is a swinger campground. They didn't say that, but you know, a lot of the description on the website sure danced around that notion. The first clue being adults only. Now it makes sense. Brad, I need to get under some shade, and you do, too. First-timers badly underestimate their sun exposure, especially in the pool. My phone is there under the patio canopy, so grab your towel and let's sit at that table. Aaron motions to the patio and shows Brad the nudist etiquette of draping a towel over the chair seat and back for sanitary reasons. They take their seats. Where are you on the sexuality spectrum? What does that mean? At one end, you have straight and heterosexual only, at the other, just homosexual. In the middle, you have bisexual, enjoying both, favoring neither. I'm straight. Nah, nobody is perfectly straight. Have you ever had a shared experience with another man? A couple of times, when a buddy and I were with this girl we picked up at a bar. Did you like it? It felt sort of weird at first, but... See what I mean? If 0 was straight and 10 was gay, you're probably a 1, I'm a 2. So you're married to, I presume, a fine lady, and you like guys. In the right circumstances, and limited. Sorta like you, I was introduced to it when a friend was with my wife with my blessing. You let other men be with your wife. Of course, perfectly natural. Anyway, we shared an intimate moment after that. It felt good. Aaron reaches for his phone. Here. Oh, that's some guy with some girl, but it doesn't look like professional material. It's another friend with Shauna. I was taking the video with my phone. Shauna's your wife, I take it. Yes, here. Aaron swipes to a still photo. This is another guest, here's another. What's with the blue lighting? Shauna and I were trying the lighting for effects, and it was fun in person, but not so good on the video. One more. She's beautiful, is that your wife? Several years ago, about the time we married, she's still a looker, so. So what? We've established that you came to Hidden Oaks more or less expecting a partner because it was a nudist resort, which is sort of a trope aside from being a misconception. However, I have a wife who likes to meet other men, and you're fairly attractive. Interested? Yeah, Brad mumbles. Okay, I'm going to head to the cabin ahead of you. We're in Cabin J, at the other end of the campground. Give me 15 minutes to get there and give her a chance to clean up. Clock started. Aaron gathers his phone and towel to head out. Hey, Shauna, as he opens the door. Hi, how was it? You were gone a while. That day pass visitor showed up. We had a good chat. How good a chat was it? Do I need to freshen? Reasonable guy. I'm going to meet him, right? She sighs. Oh, you'll be okay, somewhat attractive. You sure do know how to sweet-talk a woman, don't you? She smirks. You want me to wear anything special? That tight-eyed babe it all this time. Let me quickly clean up. Aaron leans against the front door, peering out the window to check on Brad's progress. On his way, Aaron announces to Shauna, You'll want to see this. Coming, Shauna joins him at the door. What's his name? Brad. Brad looks like a good time. Aaron confirms he's a 1. So you're going to mess around with him a little, I guess. Already did. I'll probably aim him into you. Sounds about right. Good enough. Step back and let me handle the door. Go put Marquis in his crate. Shauna only cracks the door as Brad steps onto the landing. Hi, who are you? I'm Brad. Aaron suggested I come down here to meet you. Okay, I don't think that's quite what he suggested. He said. Spit it out, Brad. Why are you here? Aaron's hiding just around the corner, doing everything he can to squelch his laughter at Shauna's, toying with this stranger. He suggested I might be interested. Oh, think I'm getting the idea here. I have to hear it from you first. He sent me down here to meet you. And there we go. She swings the door wide open. Come on in, Brad, we have company. Aaron appears from the hallway, just grinning at Shauna's messing with their new friend. You set me up, Brad glowers at Aaron. Aaron shakes his head. Not that bad, Brad, she just played you a little, Shan. Aaron extends his hand to start a video camera on a nearby tripod, trained on the developing scene in the entryway. Shauna steps back to Aaron, knowing exactly what their next move is. It is rehearsed, or rather well-practiced. Now take her hand and lead her into the bedroom. Brad mildly protests, Are you going to direct this entire thing? And you're filming this? Yeah, I'll be recording most of it. You saw a couple of clips, so it shouldn't come as a surprise. I guess I direct to move things along. Some guys balk when it gets real. Take her to the bed. What do you mean by some guys? We don't talk about that. Whatever. They moved into the bedroom. Aaron has the camera and tripod, having filmed the short walk down the hall and into the bedroom, setting it into position. Go ahead, I'll be helping. What do you mean by helping? Brad challenges. Aaron firmly replies, you shouldn't be surprised by that. He sighs, you're right, what we talked about, okay. The encounter proceeded under Aaron's direction. Shauna dreamily closes her eyes to immerse herself into the situation at the hands of her husband's arrangements. All yours, Aaron announces. You have any problems with this? No, you want me to do that. Really? How often do you do guys like this? Again, we don't talk about it with Johns. Johns. Aaron chuckles, not really. Sort of a joke between Shan and me, we score rarely. The whole quiet day at Hidden Oaks thing, normal for weekdays. Brad can't see the wink Shauna gave to Aaron. I suppose, keep going. Absolutely. Let go of me so I can move the camera. Sorry. Aaron chuckles and jumps off the bed to adjust the tripod. The encounter proceeded under Aaron's direction, leading toward its conclusion. After a short while, the situation reached its climax. Feeling the tension build? Thousands of more private stories are waiting in my exclusive archive. The link is in the channel description. Spent, the encounter concluded. Nice, Aaron mutters to himself. Why do I want more? Aaron softly admonishes, Brad. I'm a 2, remember. I prefer not to be sucked on by a guy. Sorry, caught up in the moment. Shauna has turned back over, propping herself up against the headboard. She's chuckling in the familiar feelings of her and Aaron's having so much power over men like Brad. They say their mutual thanks in the send-off, although Aaron lands a parting shot, Brad, you're a 3. Maybe, a lot of thinking to do. They part company and Aaron steps into the office. Barbara softly scolds, you know you're not supposed to be nude in here. Oh, I do, but I also know you like to see it. She sighs, I do, it's always a bit of a shock. Anyway, any luck? Yep, just once. I did get her dripping it on video, though. Hang on, let me get your folder out. Barb reaches into the file drawer and pulls out a dojared manila folder. The tab is labeled Whore in red Sharpie. Aaron laughs, somebody else is going to see that folder someday. Fuck 'em, she smirks. She pulls out what looks like a tally sheet. Okay. That's number 53 for this season. You guys going for a record this year? Not by intent. What's our total take to date? Stand by. She grabs what looks like an application form from her desktop. It's Brad's personal information, a requirement of being on the property. Reaching over to the copier, she makes a duplicate and drops it into the folder. Barb comments, folder's getting too thick. Probably we'll start a new one next season. She punches a few keys on a calculator. You guys are getting close to $3,000. Not that many more and you've paid your rent for next season. Huh, that's a lot more than $50 per John. You keep forgetting the gangbang in the shower room back in May. You guys are great for business. You given any further thought about your taking it in the ass? Or BJ's? Nope, ain't gonna happen. Too risky for one thing, and while I like to fondle cocks, that's as far as it's going. Suit yourself, you can get $100 each for that. Still no, anybody else this week? 2 singles tomorrow. One is a repeat from last year, and he asked about Shauna. Good, less need for foreplay chit-chat. Don't send him to the cabin, though. I'll meet both in the pool or on the patio. Anything about the other guy. Not a guy. Really, you're kidding. 'Bout time you got something out of this. She knows she's basically paying a guy to fuck her. I got the impression she does. Look here, she called on FaceTime and I did a capture. Holy shit, she's really cute, I was dreading. Well, you know. She said no time right now for dating, but she could use some. I do know, which is why I tagged her for you. You're picky. Shauna sets a high bar, you don't get it up for just any woman. Ha, just that picture and you're hard. You're awful, what times? Ted said he's shooting for 1:00 or so. Teresa about 5. After work or something like that. That's good, we'll have Ted out of here by 4:00 or so. Like last year, we good. Yep, thanks for the inspiration. God, now I really need to fuck Shan. With or without the ring. You know that doesn't work for that. Barb laughs, go get tiger. I hope you enjoyed this story. More intimate confessions are waiting in the private archive linked in the description. Subscribe for the next story.